All right, y'all, so we got to see the first gameplay trailer for NBA 2K26, and we also got the first gameplay courtside report telling us a bunch of information about gameplay. But in this video, we're going to be discussing 10 things that some of you guys may not have known about. We're about to get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, you want to stay up to date with the latest information on NBA 2K26, definitely consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get to the video. Mike Wang is finally back on the scene, answering questions for the 2K community, sharing additional information about NBA 2K26 gameplay. And some of the biggest news regarding gameplay for 2K26, NBA 2K intends to remove RNG completely from shooting. The first time ever, we'll be experiencing a pure green window. I'll reference this post here. It says, will there still be RNG in shooting? Mike Wang responds saying, there will be no RNG in shooting. There has always been some element of RNG in every past version of NBA 2K, including some of you fan favorites for shooting, NBA 2K24. NBA 2K26 will be the first version to feature a completely pure green window. It says on pro or lower difficulties, you can still make whites, but otherwise, it's green or miss. Considering the shifting green windows that the good folks over at NBA 2K Lab discovered through their testing, a lot of you guys are probably feeling like this is gonna be a great thing for shooting on NBA 2K26, but I wanna give you guys fair warning. If Mike Wang and the 2K dev team intend to make for the first ever pure green window, then I imagine that the green window's gonna stay static. Normally we have a green window that's about 40 milliseconds long, but that's with RNG incorporated into the game or incorporated into shooting. Normally, whenever we have a static green window, that green window will be much smaller. I imagine they're gonna cut that green window significantly for NBA 2K26. And what this means for players first getting on NBA 2K26 is that shooting is going to be hella difficult for y'all. And in past 2Ks, whenever shooting has been difficult at the beginning of the year, Mike Wang was almost forced to make changes. The players that are unable to adapt to shooting end up just crying until Mike Wang has to make a change. But I want to let y'all know what a pure green window means. This means that if you hit the lab, practice your shot, and through countless repetitions, you'll master your shot timing and it'll become muscle memory, allowing you to hit your shots at times without even looking. This is the beauty of having a pure green window. Players who practice and learn their shots help to create a skill gap against those players who refuse to practice. So I'm curious, and I'm asking you guys, are you welcoming a pure green window, a smaller, pure green window where muscle memory, practicing, and shot timing reign supreme? Sound off, share your thoughts in the comments. Moving on, how did you guys like the high and low risk, normal risk settings that NBA 2K25 had? Well, in NBA 2K26, that's all a thing of the past. I'll reference this post. Is there still high/low risk reward settings? Mike Wang responds saying, no, shot and layup timing risk reward settings have been removed. Everyone will play on the same playing field in NBA 2K26. No more hand holding, no more participation trophies. I know a lot of players are finna be sick. I normally shot on high risk in NBA 2K25, but when I experienced difficulty shooting, I ended up going to normal risk. I'd stay on normal risk for maybe about a week and then move back to high risk. I love the idea of NBA 2K saying we're giving it all back to the players. However they fare with these new settings, well, that's on them. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about NBA 2K removing the high/low risk settings in NBA 2K games. Sound off, share your thoughts in the comments. In today's courtside report, we learned about the quick protect option for ball handlers. Too many defensive players were getting rewarded in NBA 2K25 by spamming that steal button. And 2K's solution to this was offering ball handlers an option to very quickly protect the rock. If timed correctly, you could evade a steal. I'll reference this post here. Can you use the quick protect even without a defender reaching on you? And does it use adrenaline bars? Mike Wang, he ends up answering saying you can use quick protect at any time, even if no one's around, and it does not consume adrenaline. And while we're on the topic of adrenaline, the good homie Love from our Discord asked Mike Wang if there's gonna be any changes to adrenaline. Mike Wang answers saying adrenaline will function very close to what you're used to from NBA 2K25, but there have been some minor tweaks. For example, if you spam too many escape moves in a short amount of time, it'll drain an adrenaline bar. And I feel like this is fair. If ball handlers are offered an opportunity to very quickly protect the rock with quick protect, evading steals from spammers, then it's only right that if they're spamming dribble moves, they end up losing an adrenaline bar. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about that, the quick protect, and also the new changes to adrenaline. Sound off, share your thoughts. In today's Courtside Report, we also learned that there's going to be a new option for shooters, catch and shoot shooters in particular, those players who are spotting up in the corner, spotting up at the hash. In NBA 2K25, there were too many instances in catch and shoot situations where the player kind of goes into a winding animation and then pulls the rock up to take their shot. In NBA 2K26, there's going to be a no dip option for catch and shoot shooters. If you're holding your left trigger before catching the rock, then your player will catch the rock high and shoot from that point, as opposed to bringing it down and then bringing it back up again. Some players are wondering, can any player do this? We pose the question, can anyone do a catch and shoot, or does it have attribute/badge requirements? Mike Wang responds saying anyone can perform the quick catch and shoot mechanic. There's no restrictions. And this means you're now catching the pass at your chest, and from that point, you're going right into your shot for a quick catch and shoot animation. We also learned today that in NBA 2K26, you'll be able to customize your layup packages, no longer tied to the actual packages from NBA players. Sometimes you'll have a layup package where one animation is more effective than others. Well, in NBA 2K26, you'll be able to customize every animation tied from Euro steps, hop steps, floaters, and the normal layups. Some players are wondering, are there like height or attribute restrictions? The question posed, how do height/attribute restrictions work for the custom layup packages? Mike Wang responds saying height and rating restrictions are similar to NBA 2K25 for the new custom layup packages. So if you qualify for a specific player's layup package in NBA 2K25, you'd qualify for all of that player's individual normal, reverse, quick scoop, floater, Euro, hop step, and spin packages in NBA 2K26. So it's still important to make sure that your height works within the framework of the custom layups that you want, as well as your attributes meeting those same requirements. And that also answers the question on whether height and attribute restrictions were going to play a part in NBA 2K26. As you guys see, Mike Wang says, yes, they are. A big issue that had plagued gameplay in NBA 2K25 was L2 dexing. Centers that were able to hold L2 while their point guard just ran back and forth because point guards were able to run much faster without the rock, and the centers weren't able to even lose the rock if they held L2. It was the L2 cheese that have ruined gameplay for a lot of players out there. I'll reference this post that says, are there any changes made to address L2 dexing? Mike Wang responds saying, we've made efforts to reduce the unrealistic motions/cuts that can result from dexing. Attempting to use dexing to cut back and forth repeatedly will now consume adrenaline. I think that's a good answer to cancel out the L2 cheese. In my opinion, it just wasn't a fun way to play. And the main reason why players lean towards the L2 cheese was mainly because you move so much faster off ball than you did with the ball. Well, NBA 2K26 promises that we'll have much faster speeds, so hopefully this all balances out. Let's reference this next post about instant greens on NBA 2K26. The question posed, are there instant greens in the game? Mike Wang responds saying, this year we made the jump shot sellies and shot feedback dynamic based on the quality of the shot. It factors in the shooter's ratings, defensive coverage, and shot timing or tempo of rhythm shots. So if you have an excellent release on a wide open shot with a good shooter, you'll get an instant green. And lastly, in this last post, you guys, man, it's almost like we saved the best for last because this is just great news. First of all, we are now gonna get those shot coverage percentages in our shot feedback. I'll reference the post that says, are there any changes to the contest system? Mike Wang responds saying, there have been a number of changes to the contest system logic. We've rebalanced the effectiveness of hands up, and hands up was absolutely terrible in NBA 2K25, but there was also some balancing in the no jump contest and jumping contest to better reflect how shots are impacted in real life. We're also showing coverage percentages in full shot feedback again. No more RNG in shooting, a better contest system, and pure green windows. Man, 2K, why are you playing with my emotions? Y'all better execute. Those were 10 things that you guys may not have known about NBA 2K26 gameplay. If any of y'all new here, you want to stay up to date with the latest information on NBA 2K26, definitely drop a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.